Check, check, check. Thanks everybody for coming. I'm primarily here to play drums for Wishbone, but happy to get to play some of my own songs for you. I got C my shield and F my sword. I go downtown, spend my time, have a couple drinks with friends of mine. I kick up my feet, conceal my soul. I say I wanna get lost in your rock and roll. I said I wanna get lost in your rock and roll. I said I wanna get lost in your rock and roll. Well, the work is hard, but the money's right, and I can catch a couple hours on the couch at night. I put off my dreams for a little while. It's hard to see what's coming from a country mile. I said it's hard to see what's coming from a country mile. I said it's hard to see what's coming from a country mile. I stare into the future and it's looking grim, but I still think life could be good again. And until it is, we could hide it all, like a safe behind a painting hanging on the wall. Like a safe behind a painting hanging on the wall. Like a safe behind a painting hanging on the wall. I try to keep it moving when it feels the same. I'm a chameleon, babe, I just keep the change. Borrowed from the songs, hammered in my brain. I said, Ice Age heat wave, can't complain. I said, Ice Age heat wave, can't complain. I said, Ice Age heat wave. Well, everybody says it's lonely at the top. I loosen up my grip and just embrace the drop. I got some real good friends in the valley low, and we know when to decide to let the good times roll. I said we know when to unwind and enjoy the show. I said we know when to decide to let the good times roll. Thank you. I was down on my luck. Felt like I've been hit by karma like a 10-ton truck. I was talking loud just for fun. I said I'd walk right into an exploding sun. Yet I floss for the future. I floss to teach the kids my ways. I floss like it's important. I'm flossing every single day. seems like a lot. Well, could it be it's too much? Even something good for you can turn into a crutch. I was laughing right at the void. I knew I had no choice. Some things just can't be destroyed. So I floss for the future. I floss to teach the kids my ways. I floss like it's important. I'm flossing every single day. I went to the doc, said, can you tell me the truth? Is it worth it to floss or just a myth from my youth? Room went silent, she stared straight ahead, looked me right in the eyes, and this is what she said. Yeah, this is what she said. She said, needle through, pull it to, yeah, you know you gotta do what I tell you to, and floss. So I floss for the future. I floss to teach the kids my ways. I floss, I'm so important that I'm flossing for many days. Needle through, pull it to, yeah, you know you gotta do what they tell you to, yeah. Needle through, pull it to, yeah, you know you gotta do what I tell you to, floss. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I really, really enjoy coming to Rochester. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of it kind of just looks like we're from in Ohio. I think I just like it because I feel like I didn't leave home, which is a big prerogative of mine. But we don't have a sweet waterfall downtown. Thank you, Una, for playing. Thank you, Mike, for playing. I'm a huge Attica Basement devotee, so it's a real honor. Maybe that might be why I started coming to Rochester, to see what was going on here. This is a new song. I'm going to mostly play new songs, I think, unless someone protests too much. There's a door in the back of my mind. The light creeping out underneath almost left me blind. And standing in the sturdy and surely made of old growth wood. But I can't go back there now, I know. So it's outward and downward, through the window I go. There are words I've been trying to say, describing what separates the rest of our lives from every day. At the boarded up drugstore in the old floodplain town, the old-fashioned candy sleeps while the public square drowns. And carp swim through the yard, and a lawn chair drifts upstream. Merrily, 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 I guess. There is no in-between. Merrily, 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 I guess. There is no in-between. Thank you. This really makes me want to get this as my home TV and movie watching setup. If anyone's an expert at this and wants to get me hooked up. Trust is an apple, and it's just above your one true love's head. And if the aim is alright, we might have a good night. But if you're down on your luck and that bow hand cramps up, well, that's rough. And judging the blood I threw up, I was drugged, and I could piece it all together, find out who put something in my drink. And I could call you up just to see what you might think. I don't think you really wanna know that much. The truth, it's never easy, always painful as fuck, fuck, fuck. Thank you. Could you throw me that water right next to you there? Thank you. If you catch me sleeping, you'll catch me dreaming that you're here. And if you wake me, then just like magic you'll appear. And when the ocean was a little girl, she had a dream that she'd break up the world. But even she couldn't do it. Even she couldn't do it. Catch me leaving, you'll catch me leaving you behind. How could I do it? How could I treat you so unkind? And when the morning was a little boy, he had a dream he'd make this on his toy. But even he couldn't do it. Even he couldn't do it. Catch me lying, you'll catch me lying to myself. And if you tell me, I'll go and send you off to hell. And when Jesus was a little lamb, he'd take the lonely ones up in his hands. But even he couldn't hold on. Even he couldn't hold on. Now night she slips through. Now night she threads between me and you. Now night she slips through. Now night she threads between me and you. Now night she slips through. Night she threads between me and you. Thank you. That's my Rochester tribute. When we get back to Ohio, let's spend a little part of every day just talking real close to one another till we run out of things to say. We take ourselves uptown, just stroll around. I'm stopping everyone I see, saying, come take a look at what I found. Well, she's the Pisces princess, and she's the queen of caffeine. Strawberry blonde locks, knocking socks off everyone she's ever seen. Sweeter to me than gas station iced tea. When we need room to breathe, we'll just pack our bags and leave. She's sweeter to me than gas station iced tea. It's only challenging not getting lost in her world constantly. When we get back to Ohio and have a place we can call our own, well, let's pretend we live in a world where they never invented the phone. We take our clothes off slow, just 'cause we know there's no rush, no hush-hush. We could be loud, we could bring the whole neighborhood home. Sweeter to me than gas station iced tea. When we need room to breathe, we'll just pack our bags and leave. She's sweeter to me than gas station iced tea. It's only challenging not getting lost in her world constantly. So I keep knocking on wood every chance I get, and it must be doing some good. Hasn't failed me yet. She's still sweeter to me than gas station iced tea. When we need room to breathe, we'll just pack our bags and leave. Sweeter to me than gas station iced tea. It's only challenging not getting lost in her world constantly. Here comes the snow again, 'cause it's still cold. You know it's best not to believe in everything you're told, 'cause some things change, something's gotta give. Some people do the dance with death just to learn how to live. Here comes the snow. Here comes the snow. Here comes the snow again. Oh no, we're already past there. Here comes the snow again. Is it still white? Some things can appear differently under a different light. And there's a different darkness, one that I've seen for sure. I've seen it dulling out the brightest things, cutting right to the core that'll shine no more. Here comes the snow. Here comes the snow. So guess I'm heading out now into the cold white snow. I'm gonna try and find that new kind of light, that different glow. 'Cause it seems so close now. Can you feel it in your cheeks? You see it lighting up the darkest parts, melting the snow beneath your feet. Here comes the snow. Here comes the snow. There is no answer to the question. If there's no quest, then that suggests no treasure. Well, what have I been doing all this digging for? satisfaction, classic distraction, just some observable action, something to bury the past in. But if you dig too deep, you're swimming in a well. You were questioning the place and landed in a cell. And how can one thing have no true purpose, but at the same time feel far from worthless? Yeah, what have I been doing all this living for? It's my proof of concept, measuring death's onset. At least my soul's not gone yet. Yeah, I put my word on that. But if you dig too deep, you're standing in a well. You were questioning the police and landed in a cell. Thank you. I got one more, I think. I could swallow that sword. Just tell me where it was forged. You see me dance across them coals. Yeah, I've got steel in my soul, steel in my soul, steel in my soul. I can weather any storm. Just show me where it was formed. You hear me shouting at that news. They got us down here in the red with the blues, the red with the blues, the red with the blues. cut down any tree, especially if it's cherry. Suppose that I could tell a lie, but it mostly just depends on the who, or where, when, and why, or where, when, and why. Drank the fluoride, now I can't think. At least the water was clean. Head spins lost in the change, caught in a washing machine. Thank you. Stick around, stick around. Much great music to come.